Hi everyone, greetings from San Francisco Children's Art Center. I'm teacher Amy, and in this video we're going to do an activity called Shape and Tape. And the materials you'll need to do this are really simple. Some scissors. I've got grown-up scissors, but if you're a kid, you'll have kid-sized scissors. And you'll also need some paper. So I have these really pretty colorful sheets of paper that I've cut into kind of smaller sizes. But if you don't have that paper, there's lots of ways that you can find paper really easy. Maybe you've got some junk mail. You could definitely cut that up, so long as it's okay with your grown up. Or you could go into like a magazine, and you could pull out a page of a magazine, and you could use the paper that's from a magazine as well. So you don't have to have this paper, but if you've got some fun, colorful paper, it's really fun to use that. So, scissors, paper, the last thing we need is tape. You could use masking tape like this. You could use Scotch tape like this. If you have a glue stick, you could use a glue stick. Or I like to use these. These are these like sticker labels that could come and they go into your computer, but you can also use them like tape. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit of these so I have these awesome little sticker squares. So I've got paper, sticky stuff of some kind, and some scissors. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is choose one piece of paper. Forget that all the rest of these are here. And you're going to take your scissors, and we can practice scissors open, shut, open, shut, open, shut. And you're going to cut a shape. Any shape you want. Open, shut, open, shut. See how I turn the paper instead of trying to turn my wrist? Open, shut. I'm making mine with sharp, straight lines, but you could also make them curvy. Whatever shape you want to make. Now, if scissors are hard for you to use, you can also tear a shape. Just tear and tear and tear and tear. And you can make a shape by tearing instead of cutting. If you're still learning how to use scissors, you can make a shape that way too. So pause the video and ask, what type of shapes can you make? Let's see what you create. So you have one shape. I sure wish I was there to see what you have. Maybe yours looks a little something like this. Maybe it looks completely different. Speaking of completely different, let's make two more completely different shapes. So I'm going to choose this piece of paper, and I'll choose this piece of paper, and I'm going to cut two of these into totally different shapes. I'll do mine while you do yours. Pause the video and go make two more shapes that look totally different from your first shape. Welcome back. I sure wish we could be together so I could see the three shapes that you cut out. Here's some that I cut out. I made one that we started with. I did this other one because I liked the curvy lines. And then this one I made perfectly straight. It's a rectangle. This shape has a name. I don't think this shape has a name. And I don't think this one has a name. But maybe you cut a square, maybe you cut a triangle, maybe you cut a shape that doesn't have a name. If I were going to give this shape a name, I'd call it blobby. What would you call your shape? Turn to your grown-up or someone else who's there with you and describe your shape to them. How would you call it? The next thing we're going to do is take those shapes we cut, and we're going to start to see how they might come together to make something new. Well, I could put those three together like that, or maybe I'll move them around. I'll put them like this, or maybe on top, or maybe like that. Take a few minutes, put your 3 shapes together, try it a few different ways, and make a decision about what looks best to you. Ooh, I think I'm gonna stop mine just like that. Are you feeling good about the way yours looks? If you are, take a bit of something sticky. Maybe it's sticky labels. Maybe it's tape. Maybe it's tape like this. Maybe it's a glue stick. And we're gonna stick them together. I'll peel my sticker and I'll stick it down. Remember, it's gotta touch both pieces of paper so it sticks. Should I put this one here? No. Should I put it here? No. Should I put it here? Yeah. And then when I'm done, I can hold it up. Ooh, shape and tape. You can keep adding more and more shapes. Go ahead, tape them together. If you change your mind, peel it apart and put it a different way. And then take some more paper and cut another shape. And add that one. Keep adding until you finally feel like it's done. Don't forget to tell your grown-up or whomever else you're making this art with, tell them all about what you're making. Is it something you know that you've seen in the world? Is it something that no one's ever seen before? What is it called? What would you name it? How do you describe it? Tell us all about it. Ooh, I hope you had so much fun making your shape and tape. Here's something else that you can do that uses the same ideas of cutting shapes out of paper, but instead of taping them together, we'll use something sticky to put them onto a piece of paper. When you make art like this, it's called collage. Collage means to cut out shapes and glue or tape them down. So I've got a piece of paper. I've got my shape and tape shapes. I think I'll just maybe reuse these. And the same way you made decisions about where you'd want to tape your shapes together, you can also make those same choices about where you'll put them on a paper. So maybe I'll put one there, and maybe I'll put one here, and maybe I'll do one here, and then maybe this will go here. And I cut an extra one here. And before I start taping or gluing anything down, I'm gonna let myself change my mind and try it a different way. I'll try it that way. And this one comes like this. Ooh, sort of like that. All right, so I can take glue stick, or I can take tape. If you wanted to just tape them down, you could use the tape again. Or you can use a little glue stick. And put some glue stick on the back. And then stick it down. And some glue stick on the back. I'm going a little fast so you don't have to watch me for hours on end here. You'll go nice and slow. You do yours at your speed. I'll put some glue here. Make sure you glue all the pieces down. Oh, I got them all. All right, and then when you're all done, you can say, ta-da, collage, or you can add lines on top of it. Remember with our string drawing, we practiced making lines with markers or crayons or pens after. You can do the same on your collage. You can add lines on top of your shapes. I'm gonna put a curvy line there. Maybe I'll do some lines here. Ooh, I think I'll use the pink marker to make a zigzag here. Make some shapes. Ooh, I might go around this shape. Try making a collage with shape and tape and lines. When you're all done, feel free to share what you've made with us. Go to our website at www.childrensartscenter.org and you'll see art that other children have made, and maybe your grown-ups will take a picture of what you've made and share it with us so we can share it with other kids in the city too. Thanks so much.